back to Matthew chapter 5, and we've been reading about the Beatitudes. We've been reading the Beatitudes, right? And each sentence here begins with makarioi. Right? The last one we did was makarioi hoi kataroi te kardia. Blessed are the pure of heart. Hoti autoi ton theon opsontai. For they shall see God. Okay, that's where we left off. Next here, makarioi hoi ere no poioi. Hoti autoi huioi deu kletesontai. Okay, now, first of all, who's blessed in this one? So ire no poioi this is basically two words being rammed together. One of them is eirene, the word for peace. And then the other one, I believe that's the origin of the name Irene, by the way, and then the other one is the verb poieo, to make or do. So the ireno poioi are the peacemakers. So blessed are the peacemakers, for hoti autoi huioi teu kletesontai. Now you may remember from last time that we saw a very similar verb here, para kletesontai, and that meant they shall be comforted, right? But here it's just kletesontai from kaleo, they will be called. All right, they will be called huioi, sons, deu, of God. Simple as that. Blessed are the peacemakers, they will be called sons of God. Makarioi hoi dediogmenoi heneken dikaiosunes, hoti auton estin basileia ton uranon. Okay, so makarioi, blessed are, and then we have this word dediogmenoi, and you might say, I've never seen that word before, but you have. It's in our vocabulary stack. This is a form of the verb dioko, to pursue, or in this case, persecute. Okay, and this is the perfect passive form. If you go to the fifth principal part, okay, and I know you probably didn't pay that much attention to the flashcard, but the fifth principal part is dediogmai. And dediogmenoi, here we have the middle, the menos ending for a middle or passive participle. So dediogmenos, right, having been persecuted. So blessed are those having been persecuted, heneken dikaiosunes, on account of, or for the sake of, justice or righteousness, right? Remember, Dikaiopolis' name comes from Dikaios and polis, just city, and here we have a similar idea, justice, okay? Justice or righteousness. So blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Hoti auton estin, for of them, for theirs, is estin he basileia, the kingdom, ton uranon. Again, we've seen the kingdom of heaven several times here, right? Makarioi este hotan one disosin humas kai dioxosin kai eposin pan poneron kathumon pseudomenoi heneken emu. Okay, so that is definitely a mouthful. So let's look here. Makarioi este, you are blessed. Okay. Hotan, now this is like when or whenever. Okay, so in the event that, or when the following thing happens. So blessed are you when, and now we have this verb onedisosin, okay, which is a subjunctive going with hotan. Hotan takes the subjunctive mood whenever they should what? And this verb means to insult or reproach, or in general to insult, reproach, revile is a good word. Blessed are you when they revile humas, you. That's the accusative of you, plural. Blessed are you are blessed when they revile you, and dioxosin, this dioko again, right? And they persecute you. And they eposin, they say, pan poneron, okay, that means every evil thing, kathumon, about you, pseudomenoi, lying, heneken emu, on account of or for the sake of me, for my sake. Chαίrete, we remember, chαίrete kai ἀγαλλιᾶσθε, hoti homistos humon polus entois uranois. All right, so chαίrete we remember because Dikaiopoulos rejoices, right? Rejoice, and ἀγαλλιᾶσθε, which means to be delighted, to be filled with joy. Okay, rejoice and be glad is how this is often rendered, and that's fine. Hoti homistos. A mistos is a reward, recompense, wage. Okay. Humon, your reward. Polus entois uranois. Your reward is great in heaven. There's kind of an implied is, as often happens in Greek. So rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. Okay. Hutos gar edioxan tus prophetas tus pro humon. So, and what he's saying here is we get this gar, right? We saw gar in Dikaiopoulos. For, thus, hutos, in the same way, okay? For in the same way, edioxan, they persecuted tus prophetas, the prophets, tus pro humon, before you. And note how tus prophetas, tus pro humon, you get this is a way that the definite article is used in Greek sometimes to show that this second thing is describing the first thing. So it's the prophets before you, right? Humon is just the genitive plural for you, plural. So for thus they persecuted the prophets before you. Okay? Okay, humes este to halas tesges. You are, and then this word here, this noun to halas, the salt, tesges, of the earth. Ean de to halas morante entini halistesetai. Okay, so what does this mean? So the aeon, if to halas, if the salt morante is made useless, is made unsalty, entini halistesetai, with what will it be made salt? Halidzo and halas, you see how these two words are related, right? Halidzo is to salt something. How can it be, right? With what can it be, or what will it be salted? This is passive. Halistesetai, the theta eta again, right? And the sigma here means it's future, and the etai ending means it's third person singular. So with what will it be salted? With what will it be made salty? Is udin ishue et eti me blethen exo kata patestai hupo ton anthropon. Okay, so iskue means it is worth or good for. Okay, and then uden there at the beginning of the sentence means nothing. So it is good for nothing anymore. Eti. Eme means except. Okay. Bleten. So this is from balo, to throw. It is good for nothing except to throw or to be thrown. Exo, out. Kata patistai hupotonanthropon. And if you know the philosophers, the Aristotelian style of teaching, peripatetic, well, so that's has to do with the fact of walking around. Well, this is about walking on something, right? Kata patestai, to be trampled under, hupo tonanthropon, to be trampled by men. In other words, just underfoot, right? So it is good for nothing except to be thrown out and trampled under men's feet, right? To be trampled underfoot, I think, is how it's often translated. Anyway, we can continue next time. That's 10 minutes. And if you're interested in learning Greek or Latin, drop me a look in the description and you can find me there. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.